The Wonders of the World is a list of remarkable structures and monuments from ancient times. The original wonders were selected by ancient Greek historians and consisted of the following. 1. The Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt. 2. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Iraq. 3. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, Turkey. 4. The Statue of Zeus at Olympia, Greece. 5. The Mausoleum at Halakanasis, Turkey. 6. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, Egypt. The Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt. The Great Pyramid of Giza is a massive, ancient structure located in Giza, Egypt, near the modern-day city of Cairo. It is the oldest and largest of the three pyramids in the Giza Pyramid Complex, which also includes the pyramids of Khafra and Menkaure. Believed to have been constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu in the 26th century BC, the Great Pyramid originally stood at a height of 146 meters, 479 feet. It is made up of over 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, and was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. The Great Pyramid was built as a tomb for the Pharaoh Khufu, and it is believed to have taken around 20 years to construct. The interior of the pyramid contains a complex system of passages and chambers, including the King's Chamber and the Queen's Chamber. The pyramid also has several features that have puzzled researchers for centuries, such as the narrow air shafts that led from the chambers to the outside. Despite the efforts of tomb robbers over the centuries, the Great Pyramid still contains many of its original features, including the granite sarcophagus that once held Khufu's mummy. It remains one of the most iconic and recognizable structures in the world and continues to attract millions of visitors each year. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Iraq. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon is an ancient wonder that is believed to have been located in the city of Babylon, near present-day Hilla in Iraq. It is said to have been built in the 6th century BCE by King Nebuchadnezzar II for his wife, Ametis, who was homesick for the lush vegetation of her homeland in Media. The Hanging Gardens were described as a series of tiered gardens, with plants and trees arranged in terraces that rose up to a height of over 75 feet, 23 meters. The gardens were irrigated by a system of pumps and canals that drew water from the nearby Euphrates River, and were said to have been filled with exotic plants and trees, including fruit trees, flowers, and vines. Despite the fame and renown of the Hanging Gardens, there is no concrete archaeological evidence that they ever existed. Many historians and archaeologists believe that the gardens were a product of ancient Greek mythology rather than an actual historical monument. Regardless of their historicity, the Hanging Gardens have captured the imagination of people throughout the ages and continue to be a source of inspiration for artists, writers, and architects around the world. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, Turkey. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus was an ancient Greek temple dedicated to the goddess Artemis, located in the ancient city of Ephesus, in what is now modern-day Turkey. The temple was one of the largest and most impressive structures of its time, measuring 377 feet, 115 meters, long, 180 feet, 55 meters, wide, and with over 100 marble columns, each standing over 60 feet, 18 meters, tall. The temple was built in the 6th century BCE and was destroyed and rebuilt several times over the centuries. The most famous version of the temple was built by the architect Ctesiphron and his son Metagenes in the 4th century BCE, and was considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Temple of Artemis was not only a place of worship but also a center of economic and cultural activity. It housed a large statue of Artemis, made of ebony and covered in gold, and served as a sanctuary for fugitives and criminals. The temple was also a popular destination for pilgrims and tourists from all over the Mediterranean. Unfortunately, the Temple of Artemis was destroyed by arson in 356 BCE, allegedly by a man named Herostratus, who sought to gain fame by destroying such a renowned structure. The temple was rebuilt once again but was eventually abandoned and fell into ruins over the centuries. Today, only a few columns and fragments of the temple remain, but it remains an important archaeological site and a testament to the rich cultural heritage of the ancient world. The statue of Zeus at Olympia, Greece. The statue of Zeus at Olympia was an enormous statue of the god Zeus that was located in the ancient Greek sanctuary of Olympia, in what is now modern-day Greece. The statue was created by the sculptor Phidias in the 5th century BCE and was considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The statue was over 40 feet, 12 meters, tall and was made of ivory and gold-plated bronze. It depicted Zeus seated on a throne, holding a scepter in one hand and a statue of the goddess Nike in the other. The statue was housed in the Temple of Zeus at Olympia and was surrounded by other works of art and offerings from pilgrims and visitors. The statue of Zeus was considered a masterpiece of ancient Greek art, and its creation required an enormous amount of resources and skill. The ivory used to create the statue was brought from India, while the gold was mined from the nearby rivers and mountains of Greece. The statue of Zeus was destroyed in the 5th century CE, possibly during a fire that destroyed the temple. Today, only a few fragments of the statue remain, but its legacy lives on as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of the ancient Greeks. The Mausoleum at Halakanasis, Turkey. The Mausoleum at Halakanasis was an ancient tomb located in the city of Halakanasis, in what is now modern-day Turkey. The tomb was built in the 4th century BCE by Queen Artemisia II in honor of her husband, King Mausolus, and was considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The mausoleum was a massive structure, measuring over 130 feet, 40 meters, in height, and was adorned with intricate sculptures and decorations. It was built of marble and featured a stepped pyramid design, with a rectangular base and a series of smaller terraces leading up to the top. The mausoleum was a masterpiece of ancient Greek and Hellenistic architecture and was considered one of the greatest works of art of its time. It was adorned with beautiful sculptures and reliefs, including depictions of the battle between the Greeks and the Amazons, which was said to have been a favorite subject of King Mausolus. The mausoleum at Halakanasis was damaged by earthquakes over the centuries and was eventually dismantled and used as building material by the Knights of St. John in the 15th century CE. Today, only a few fragments of the mausoleum remain, but it remains an important archaeological site and a testament to the rich cultural heritage of the ancient world. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, Egypt. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, also known as the Pharos of Alexandria, was a towering lighthouse located on the island of Pharos in the harbor of Alexandria, in what is now modern-day Egypt. The lighthouse was built in the 3rd century BCE and was considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The lighthouse was over 330 feet, 100 meters, tall and was built of marble and stone. It featured 3 levels, with a series of ramps leading to the top, where a giant mirror was used to reflect the light of a fire at night, guiding ships safely into the harbor. The construction of the lighthouse was an incredible feat of engineering and required a great deal of resources and manpower. It was designed by the Greek architect Sostratus of Cyanidus and was funded by the Egyptian king Ptolemy I Soter. The lighthouse stood for over 1,000 years before it was destroyed by earthquakes in the 14th century CE. Today, only a few ruins of the lighthouse remain, but its legacy lives on as a symbol of the incredible achievements of the ancient world. The Lighthouse of Alexandria played an important role in the history of navigation and inspired many other lighthouses that were built around the world. Its legacy can still be seen in the modern-day city of Alexandria, where a statue of the lighthouse stands as a reminder of the rich cultural heritage of the ancient world. Thanks for watching Computer Gamer 1. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Computer Gamer 1.